Haze. What is haze anyway? Haze is tiny particles suspended in the Earth's atmosphere. At high concentration, these particles scatter and absorb sunlight, resulting in diminished visibility. Haze is not confined to urban environment. It may also be observed in the rural areas. What causes haze? The particles that causes the haze phenomenon can originate from many sources, some of which are natural and some are man-made. However, majority of the haze are from human activities, which include open burning, land clearing, which uses the slash and burn method, vehicular use, and combustion of fossil fuels in industrial boilers. Forest fire too is a cause of haze. Could be done by human or could happen naturally when it is dry and hot. I want to focus on haze in Southeast Asia, where my country Malaysia is facing the haze problem almost on a yearly basis. You see every year Indonesia. You see every year Indonesia sees agriculture fires in Riau province in East Sumatra, South Sumatra and parts of Kalimantan and Borneo. The fires are said to be caused by corporations as well as small-scale farmers who use the slash and burn method to clear vegetation for palm oil, pulp and paper plantation. The fires often spin out of control and spread into protected forested area. The pro- This problem has accelerated in recent years as more land has been cleared for expanding plantation for lucrative palm oil trade. The burn land also has become drier. The burn land has also become drier, making it more likely to catch fire the next time there are slash and burn clearings. This year has seen one of the worst and most prolonged period of haze, thanks to the unusually dry weather in Indonesia caused by the El Nino climate phenomenon. The haze usually measures hundreds of kilometers across. It has spread to Malaysia, Singapore, and south of Thailand and the Philippines, causing a significant deterioration in air quality. Why is the Asian region susceptible to haze pollution? Fires in peat soils have been identified as a major contributor to transboundary haze pollution in the region. 60% of the world's tropical peatlands are found in Southeast Asia, covering an estimated area of 24 million hectares. Of these, Indonesia has about 70% of the region's peatland. Drainage and unsustainable management practices have made peatlands vulnerable to fire. Peat soil, which is comprised of partly decomposed plant material, can easily burn as soon as the water is drained out and the peat dries up. Peat fires are difficult to suppress as they occur underground. Peat fires also produce very thick smoke haze and release a high amount of carbon. Implication of haze on human health and the environment. Some of the more direct Some of the more direct damages caused by haze include damage to people's short-term health and regional tourism during the haze period. This contributes to industrial production loss, airline and airport loss, fishing decline, and incur costs on cloud seeding. In addition, severe haze weather can lead to long-term health damages, reduced crop productivity, aesthetic value of reduced visibility, avertive expenditures, accidents, loss of life, evacuation and loss of confidence by foreign investors. The health effects of haze. The health effects of haze are irritating effects on fine dust particles on the nose, throat, airways, skin, and eyes. The health effects of haze will depend on its severity as measured by individual. There is also individual variation regarding the ability to tolerate. Most people with most experience sneezing, runny nose, eye irritation, dry throat, and dry skin. Besides irritating the respiratory tract and eyes, The pollution in the haze can cause serious long-term damage to health. It has been associated with causing respiratory illnesses and lung damage. However, persons with medical problems like asthma, chronic lung disease, chronic sinusitis, and allergic skin conditions are likely to be more affected by the haze, and they may experience more severe symptoms. Children and elderly in children and the elderly children and elderly in general are more likely to be affected. How can we at least, aside from the government efforts to enforce laws on corporations and farmers, what can we, as a citizen, can do? We can play our part by not burning garbage in the open. Besides, parents can instill and educate their children about the importance of keeping our atmosphere clean. Together we create a better atmosphere for Together we create a better atmosphere for us to breathe in.